Who are you?
Well, this is my fiance, Steve. You met him at the church?
Steve Herbebrecht.
Had what?
Herbebrecht.
It's German.
Well, the movie's just intense and uncomfortable at times, and you make it that way. Is that the goal?
Is that good?
It's a compliment.
Thank you. Okay. It's funny too, right?
Yeah, oh, it's very funny. I mean, I think it brings the definition of dark comedy to a whole nother level, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I have an Indian in my house.
You have a problem with Indians, Violet?
I don't know what to say to an Indian.
They're called Native Americans, Mom.
Who makes that decision?
It's what they like to be called.
They aren't any more native than me.
In fact, they are.
What's wrong with Indians?
Why can't you just call people what they want to be called?
Let's just call the dinosaurs Native Americans while we're at it.
When I first saw the play, I was just blown away by it, and that house just rocked with laughter, but it was also very well earned. You know, it was born of real trouble and turmoil. But I never thought about playing this part, and I didn't really want to.
Why not?
Well, there's a lot about it that's
It's very dark.
very dark.
And
Yeah.
is that even for an actor of your caliber, that's not fun?
I mean,
not
it's
easy?
I have to preface, you know, she's a older woman who's drug addicted and has mouth cancer and hates everybody in her life except maybe her sister, and takes it out and is disappointed by everyone. Her husband kills himself rather than be with her. So what's not to jump on?
It's not a fun character to play.
No, it was fun to be in this ensemble of actors because they're so wonderful. Sometimes it's like the nightmare family dinner of all time. It does become funny in the bar 2 weeks later when you tell your friends about it. Then you realize, oh my God, and then she said this and then she said that.
You don't eat meat of any kind?
Right.
Sure. Is that for health reasons or?
Well, when you eat meat, you ingest an animal's fear.
Ingest what? It's fur?
Fear.
The castmates have been describing these dinners that you would host at your condo.
Oh, yeah.
And how they were warm and fun, but then, boy, you got them right back to work. Is that the idea, was socialize a little bit and work a lot?
No, it was because the days, you know, could be intense, and it's nice to have a glass of wine and relax and eat something. And then we could yell at the television instead of each other because it was the election. And
yes, I heard you did quite a bit of yelling at the television.
Yes, well, that's kind of my hobby.
Did it talk back?
No.
Julia Roberts, what phenomenal performance as well. Other than the F-bombs, what makes her so likable?
Well, I think it's a part that people don't expect from her, you know, because she's just so warm and accessible a human being. And she's playing someone who is essentially shut down and who is driven only by her fear that she's going to be just like her mother, which is a horrible prospect.
Well, there's already awards and Oscars buzz for the movie for your performance. What do you make of that? You've been down that road before. Does it get old?
It's not old. It's very. I honestly think this is such an ensemble piece. To look at any one piece of it in isolation is kind of wrong-headed. At least I feel completely beholden to the people that I worked with, fully, for whatever my performance is, and that's the truth.